Hello and welcome back to Tash Naturally Pilates. Today we have a 20-minute morning Pilates session. So good morning to you. Today we're going to just be setting up our body for the rest of the day and just setting that intention for the day. So all you're going to need is yourself and your mat. And we're going to get started today lying on our backs. So I want you to bring your feet hip width apart. I want you to roll all the way down, lying onto your backs, making sure you got that neutral spine, so that little gap that's underneath your lower spine. Hands are going to rest around your rib cage. Okay, we're going to start by focusing on our breath. So our breath is really the core of every movement that we do. Without our breath, we won't have the movement. So it's really important that we bring an intention to that exercise. So we're going to bring our hands around our rib cage. We're going to inhale through the nose, expand the rib cage, hold that breath, and then exhale through the mouth, pulling the ribs down towards your hips. And we're going to repeat. So inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And repeat. So you're going to inhale through the nose, really expanding out those ribs as if it was a balloon. Holding that breath for 1 to 2 seconds. And then exhale through pursed lips. So as if you had a straw through your mouth. Relaxing head, neck, and shoulders. Everything else in the body is just completely relaxed. We're going to go for 4 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Wonderful. So we really want to focus on breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth throughout this session. Okay, now you can bend your knees, bring your feet close in towards your glutes. You still have that little gap underneath your lower spine, the neutral position. Bring your hands, create a triangle, and bring them 1 palm on each hip bone. Okay? Relax head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale through the nose. On the exhale, you're going to draw your belly button to your spine, and you're going to imprint your entire spine onto the mat. And inhale, release. Exhale, draw belly button to your spine in deep engagement of the core here. And release. So as you imprint, you're melting your entire spine. So there should be no more gaps underneath your back. And inhale, release. Exhale. So you want to think of yourself as pulling up that zipper to put those pair of jeans on. They're not fitting. And you're just pulling. As you do so, you're engaging your core at the same time. That's what I want you to do here. Don't switch your glutes on, okay? They're on holiday. They're relaxing. They're still in bed. We're going to go for 2 more. Last one. And release back to neutral. Okay, why was that important? We're switching those abdominals on, okay? We're setting you up for the rest of the session. Hands can rest on either side of you now. We're in that neutral position, blueberry underneath the lower spine. And then as you exhale, I want you to float your right leg into a tabletop. As you do so, I want you to imprint your spine. And inhale, release it back down, neutral position with the spine. Exhale, left leg comes in tabletop, imprint the spine, yeah? Left knee in line with left hip, left ankle in line with left knee. And lower it back down, neutral position. Wonderful. So just moving slowly. We really just want to get the blood flowing through our veins, flowing through to our muscles and our joints. I like to point my foot, but you can flex your foot. The main thing to note is I just don't want that knee going past your hip. We're going to go for 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Wonderful. Can you float your right leg into a tabletop? Hold. Float your left leg into a tabletop. Hold. Imprint your entire spine now, so no more gaps. That back is now glued to the mat. Inhale here. Exhale. We're going to gently tap the right toes down to the mat. Bring that right leg back to the tabletop. Alternate. Left toes are going to tap to the mat and lift it all the way back up to that start position. So you're hinging at the hips. You're not bending at the knee. Your core is super engaged because we don't want that back lifting off of the mat at all. If you'd like to advance this movement a bit more, if you're feeling super energetic today, hands can come behind the head, and as you tap, head, neck, and shoulders are going to lift at the same time. Lower them back down as the leg returns back to that start position. Alternate, head, neck, and shoulders lift, tap, core engage. I don't want your abdominals to dome here. So if they are, just keep the head, neck, and shoulders onto the mat. We're going to go for 4. If you want to advance this even more, every time you tap, can you lift head, neck, and shoulders and then reach your arms long? So palms are facing one another. Hands come behind the head, relaxing all the way back down. And reach, tap. And reach, tap. Still moving at the hips. Last one. Tap that left foot down. Bring it back to that start position. Your neck and shoulders relax all the way back down. Okay, we're going to move on from there. You can either keep your head, neck, and shoulders onto the mat, or if you want to take that advancement, they're going to come off, hands behind the head. Exhale. Your right leg is going to extend long. You're going to lower it as far down as you can without your lower back lifting. Bring it back in, lower head, neck, and shoulders alternate. Left leg reaches and bring it all the way back in. So you really want to keep that engagement of the core. That's why we imprint here. Wonderful work. Remember, if you want to take that advancement, you can. Arms can reach now long, palms facing one another as the leg extends. Hands come behind the head. Exhale, reach. Important to note, as the one leg extends and the other one's in that tabletop, make sure that leg that's in the tabletop is not moving. It's glued in space. And if you're reaching your arms long, every time you reach your arms long, can you bring your head, neck, and shoulders up just a little bit higher? And bring them all the way back in. For those abdominals. We're going to go for 4. If this is too much, keep your head, neck, and shoulders on the mat the whole time. And you can just extend the legs out. You still will work into the abdominals. Last 2. Last 1. Wonderful. Bring the knees, hug them into the chest for a quick little reset. Head, neck, and shoulders relax onto the mat. We're going to start to progress. So, legs are going to be in that tabletop position. Hands are going to come behind the head. Exhale, lift head, neck, and shoulders. Hold. Arms reach long. Palms facing one another. Hold. Now turn your palms so now your palms are facing the ground. We're going to start to pump the arms. So we're going to inhale through the nose for 5 counts and exhale out the mouth for 5 counts. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you want to advance this, can you extend the legs? Feet are glued together. And repeat. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done. We're already halfway. Make sure that you have that gap between the chin and the chest, okay? You should be able to fit a peach under there. And inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw those abdominals in. You have 20 to go. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Final 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, I lost track on how to count there. But you definitely did do 100. Hug the knees in towards the chest. You can rock from side to side. Should be feeling a bit warm now. Okay, I want you to extend your legs long now so they are hip width apart. Okay, flex the feet. Reach your arms out behind your head. Make sure that your shoulders are not coming out of their sockets. Okay, so pull them down. Inhale. On the exhale, we're going to start to bring our arms up in line with your shoulders. When they come in line with your shoulders, can you start to lift head, neck, and shoulders? Tuck your chin in towards your chest. Start to peel up vertebra by vertebra until you come all the way to the top. When you're at the top, sit up straight. Inhale. Now draw your belly button to your spine. Start to C curve. Round into the spine. Start to lower. Your lower, your middle, and your upper vertebrae all the way back onto the mat. Until your arms reach. Untuck your chin from your chest. Arms are going to reach up in line with the shoulders. Then they're going to move behind the head. Now, if it's too much with your legs extended, you can bend your legs a bit. And you can repeat. Inhale. Arms come up in line with shoulders. Start to lift head, neck, and shoulders. Chin tucks in towards the chest. Start to peel each vertebrae up off of the mat. Lift, 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 lift. It's all from the core here. Until you come all the way up to the seated position. Standing, sitting tall. Okay? Inhale here. Exhale, round into the spine. Remember that advancement is with the legs extended long. Round, 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 round. You've got one more like that. Exhale. Draw your belly button to your spine. Don't let your feet lift off of the mat. All the way up. Wonderful. Stay up here. Okay, now I want you to bring your feet as wide as each corner of the mat. Flex your feet. Okay, it's going to start to put some pressure on your hip flexors. Normal. I want you to open your arms wide to a T. Okay, we're going to get into a movement called the saw. So what we're going to do is we're going to twist the torso and we're going to bring the right pinky to the left pinky toe. As we do so, bend, reach, 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 reach. Come back to that center position. Inhale here, exhale. Opposite pinky to opposite pinky toe. Come all the way up. And reach, 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 reach. As far as you can go. For 3. Wonderful. Last 2. Ooh. Last one. Reach, 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 reach. And come all the way back to that center position. Wonderful. Bend one knee in and then the other. Cross your feet and bring your hands to the mat. Scrape to the middle of your mat. We're just going to do a couple of cat-cows here. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're going to exhale, round into the spine. Tuck your chin into your chest. And as you inhale, you arch. You look to the ceiling. You're opening up that space between the pubic bone and the throat. And repeat. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, draw shoulder blades apart. Inhale, allow the shoulder blades to kiss. Just make sure you're not rocking from side to side or back or forth. Okay, you're just simply flexing and extending into the spine. Mobility exercise here, feeling really good. We're gonna go for 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. And come back to that neutral position. Okay, we're going to do some hip and shoulder dissociations. So we're going to start with the right leg. Extend that right leg behind you. Inhale here. Exhale, we're going to lift it up to hip height. And inhale, lower back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. So you want to think of me as pulling your leg to the other side of the room. So really lengthen, okay? Make sure both of your hip bones are pointing towards the mat, okay? Both your hip bones are directly looking at the mat the whole time. Cores engaged here to prevent you from arching into the spine. I know it's a lot to remember, but I'm here to help you. And really push into your palms to make sure you're not sinking into the shoulders. I know it's the morning, but we really want to set ourselves up for the day. We're going to go for 4, we're going to start to add. Let's go for 3. Last 2. Last one, keep that leg extended up, hold. Can you reach your left arm, lift it, thumb to the ceiling, hold. We're going to lower both arm and leg. We're going to lift both at the same time. Exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower. Wonderful. Remember, core still engage here, we don't want to arch into the spine. Are you sinking? Are you sinking to that left side? If you are, okay, you don't need to bring your legs super high, so just adjust yourself where you need to. We're in no rush today, so make sure both your hip bones are pointing to the mat. And if that means that you can only lift your leg up to this height, so be it. But I really want you to also focus on bringing your arm up to that shoulder height, okay? That's really important. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. We're going to go for 4 more. Last 3. Last 2. Woo, feel that glute engage before you lift that leg. Last one, hold, 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 hold. Now we're going to open that leg and that arm out to diagonal. The torso is not moving, it's stable. Bring it back in. Exhale, open. Arm goes to the left. Right leg goes to the right. Bring it back in. Don't let them drop lower than that shoulder and hip heights if you can. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Lower the arm down, lower the leg. Wonderful. Tuck the toes, press back to downward facing dog. Okay, so drop both of your heels down towards the mat. We're just taking a little break before we move into that other side. If you can you pedal out the feet, lifting one heel as the other one lowers down to the mat. Allowing the head to be heavy between the shoulders. I'm seriously stiff from this week's Pilates classes, so this feels heavenly. We're going to go for 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Ripple through the spine and come all the way back down gently onto your knees. Hip width gap between the knees, okay? So that means each knee is underneath one hip. Hands underneath shoulders. We're going to move straight to the other side. Can you extend your left leg long? Point your foot. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, we're going to lift it up to hip height. And inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Making sure that your body's not swaying from side to side. And you really want to try focus on putting a lot of that weight into your left hand. That's going to help prevent you from sinking to the right. We're going to go for 4. Let's go for 3. Last 2. Last 1. Can you hold that leg lifted? Hold. Can you reach your right arm, thumb to the ceiling in line with the shoulder? Hold. We're going to lower both of them down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Make sure you're not sinking with the neck. Okay, so neck needs to stay in line with the spine. We're going to go for 4 more. Let's go for 3. Then we're going to do those diagonals. Last 2. Last 1. Hold it up. Hold, hold, hold. Then we're going to open the arm out to the right. The leg's going to open to the left. Bring it back in. Nothing else is moving apart from that arm and the leg. They're opening out to the side. Cores engaged. It's going to help stabilize the rest of your body. You're here for 4. Last 3. Last 2. And last one, bring back to the center, hold, hold, hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, lower the arm, bend that leg, tuck the toes, press back, child's pose. Oh, just take a moment here, just drop both of your heels down to the mat, feeling the stretch along the back of the legs. Breathe. Ripple through the spine, lower the knees down, cross the ankles and come onto your glutes. Come into the middle of your mat. For the purpose of the video, I'm going to turn around so you can see me. If this is uncomfortable, you're more than welcome to pop a pillow underneath your glutes or a yoga block. Okay? Otherwise, you can zigzag your legs if that feels better. So you're bending one leg and then the other like a zigzag. The sole of your one foot is going to rest on the thigh of the other. Okay, we're going to inhale here. Exhale, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Left hand is going to come to the mat. You're going to reach that right arm up and over, looking underneath your armpit to the ceiling, bending into that left arm. Feeling the stretch all along that right side. And inhale, come to that center position. We're going to cartwheel the arms. So arms are going to stand out to a T. Your right arm is going to come to the mat. Your left arm is going to reach up and over. So your left arm's almost touching your ear. You're looking underneath your armpit. You're bending into your right arm. Feeling the stretch along that left side. It feels so good. This is mermaid stretch. Inhale, cartwheel the arms. Feels so good. Just make sure that when you're in that mermaid stretch, when you've bent over to the side, make sure that your glutes are not lifting off of the mat. Here you got 2 more. Last one. Wonderful. We've just got 3 breaths. So if you zigzag your legs, bring them in that cross-legged position. Hands can either bring one hand to your heart, the other to your stomach, or you can bring your arms, your hands onto each knee. I'm going to close the eyes here. We're just going to take 3 deep breaths. So we're going to inhale through the nose, expand those ribs as we did at the start. And exhale through the mouth. Bring those ribs in and down towards the hips. Repeat. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Last and final deep breath in through the nose. Fill up those lungs. Hold that breath for 3, 2, 1, and exhale through the mouth. Wonderful work. I hope this has set up your day. I hope you have a successful day, a really productive day, and well done for taking 20 minutes out for yourself. You will never regret a workout. See you soon.